Peace, family. I think we live. Yes, say we live. Climb on there here. Let me share. Y'all see the screen? I know all of y'all been waiting on this. All of y'all. I think they've been bugging me. When she coming up? When she coming up? So I'm finna tag all of y'all in here. Y'all climb on in. And we're gonna get this started. Y'all been bugging me and emailing me. When she coming? When she coming? So here she go. Here she go right here. I'm gonna let her introduce herself in a second. I just want to get in here and invite everybody real quick, and then we're gonna talk about this healing testimony. Climb on in. Yes, this is the strong, beautiful, courageous woman right here who most definitely whooped cancer ass. Y'all give her some congratulations. You know what I'm saying? Y'all give her some congratulations. I finally got her here. All praises. Y'all climb on in, and we're gonna get started. Shalom, mama. I see you in the building. Yolanda, shalom, shalom. Tierra, shalom. Dave Green, shalom. Jalen, Bro Willie, y'all climb on in. Because we got to talk about this. Because these doctors out here trying to give chemotherapy, hysterectomies. They giving y'all all types of surgeries, hacking off y'all limbs, giving y'all chemotherapy and radiation, which causes more cancer and killing y'all. You know what I'm saying? And this is a strong woman right here who listened to the spirit and was like, nah, I ain't finna do all of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna do all that. So I'm gonna let her tell her story. She gonna tell you from when she first got the so-called bad news about disease. Disease is only an illusion. Y'all know I teach that. And then to how she healed using the herbs, prayer. I mean, she gonna take y'all through everything. So yeah. So I'm gonna let her introduce herself.
Okay.
So what's
Shalom,
your name?
family. I'm Shantai. So back in March of 2019, I missed my administration. And I didn't think anything of it.
Hold on real quick. If y'all can hear her real good, type in some nines, y'all. If y'all can hear her, type in some nines. That way we can keep going. Make sure y'all can hear well. Let me turn my stuff up too.
Do I need a mic on?
No, if so, I plug the mic in, but okay. I don't think you need it. If y'all can hear, type in some nines. Okay, they can hear you good.
Great.
Good. Okay, start out on over.
All right, so back in March of this year, 2019, I missed my menstrual. And I gave it no mind, just kept going. And then one day my breast felt very heavy, as if my menstrual was coming. So I was kind of excited. So something just told me to touch my right breast and squeeze it. And I did. I squeezed the nipple and some brown liquid came from my breast, looked like iodine.
Mm-hmm.
So I immediately called my gynecologist because I had never seen that before. I never heard of anyone saying that brown liquid came from their breast. So I went to my gynecologist. He scheduled me to see a breast specialist to do a mammogram and an ultrasound. It came back negative. Nothing was wrong. Then he suggested that I see my primary physician, which I did. So the primary physician said that he suggested that I have a breast reduction because he said it was called ductilation, which was because my breast was so large. He said that it was pulling the nipple and causing an infection. So I'm like, okay. So I scheduled the appointment to get the breast reduction.
So far we got that your breast was feeling heavy one day.
Yeah.
So you went to squeeze it, and when you squeezed it, some brown liquid came up out of your nipple.
Right.
So you end up calling your doctor. You went to go get checked out.
Right.
The doctor said you was cool, but he gonna send you to another doctor.
Right.
You went to another doctor, and the doctor said what was happening was your breast was too big, so it was pulling on your duct lobes.
Right.
So he said that the duct lobes have caught an infection.
Right.
Right. So he wanted you to get a breast reduction, and then you scheduled your breast reduction.
Right.
Okay.
So my breast reduction wasn't until September. Mm-hmm. So all this time, my breast was still leaking.
Right.
And it was leaking to the point where it would be in my hand, but it only leaked when I messed with it. If I didn't touch it, it wasn't in my bra.
Right.
So they scheduled me for this breast reduction. So I had the breast reduction. After the breast reduction, I went for my follow-up a week later.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, everything's good. And, you know, he walked out the room and I was putting my clothes back on. And he came back in and said, oh, by the way, we found cancer.
You see that? You see how they do you? Oh, by the way, we found cancer. No prep work, no none of that. So she ended up getting the breast reduction done. So, of course, when she get a breast reduction, they always take a sample of the flesh and they send it to a pathologist. So obviously when they sent her cells off to the pathologist, he noticed that the cells was damaged. Remember, that's all cancer look like. All cancer is a basically a atypical cell. All atypical mean is that it's starting to lose its structure and it collapses itself. So when they see a cell doing that at the point of no return, that's what they call cancer. That's a mutating cell. So they telling her that she got cancer now, right? Then prep her for it, then tell her, remember, everything before this, they said you was cool, right?
Right.
Now all of a sudden they telling her she got cancer.
Right. So he says, so I'm startled because that caught me off guard.
Right.
You know, I was in the hospital for 2 days. He never said nothing, never told me I seen some abnormal tissue.
Right.
You were in there, you saw it, never told me anything.
Right.
So to tell me that in the way he told me, I was startled.
Right.
And I started crying. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. Because my mother died from cancer.
What was that emotion that came over you? Was it like fear or like I can't believe this? Or then you just said your mother
astonished. I was scared. I went so much scared. I was just shocked. Like,
you know what to think.
What? Wait a minute, hold on. And then he started doing this. He was like, don't worry. You're okay. Because I was crying. And he was like, don't worry. I scraped it all off. It's nothing. He kept doing this. He was like, you're fine. That was game. It was running.
Yeah, so check this out, y'all. So after she started crying, once they told her that she got cancer, breast cancer, he told her, don't worry. He scraped all the mutating cells off.
Right.
Which is some bull crap anyway.
Right.
But that's what he telling her, I guess, because he feeling bad because he done told her she got cancer and then she done went berserk. She crying and everything. So he tell her that he scraped the cancerous cells out of her breast during the breast reduction.
Yeah.
This is what these doctors be doing.
That's what, and he was doing these hand gestures.
Yeah.
And so he's like, don't worry, you're okay. And I just couldn't stop crying because that was just something that was just, I don't know. Yeah. So then he said, well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to send you to another breast surgeon. And he's going to do some blood work and just make sure I got it all off. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay. So I kind of felt reassured that I'm okay. So I went next door because it's in the same office, but next door.
Right. And
I'm like, well, they told me to come and I said, this doctor told me to come over here and schedule an appointment. Something about some cancer. Right. That's exactly what I said. So the receptionist, she looking it up. She's like, huh? What? We don't see nothing. I'm like, well, he's telling me. She was like, where's the paperwork? I'm like, he didn't give me any paperwork. He just told me I had cancer and I need to come and see you all to make sure the cancer is gone because he scraped it off. And they started looking in the charts and they was like, we don't see any cancer. We don't see anything that says you have cancer.
Right.
I'm like, well, this is what the doctor's saying. So I went back to the doctor next door.
Right.
I'm saying, can you tell me what it is I should say, because they're saying they don't see anything in my chart that's saying I got cancer.
Right.
So the doctor wrote it down, DCIS.
Right.
So I took that paper. I'm still not knowing what this means. So I took that paper next door and they was like, DCIS. They started reading like, we don't see this in your chart, but we'll just go ahead and schedule you to see this doctor.
Right.
See the doctor.
So they schedule you anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was a Tuesday. So the Thursday, I went to see this doctor that was next door. And he sat me down and he was like, I'm sorry, about the bad news that you heard. So now I'm confused because I'm like,
right.
Okay, well, I'm here for you to,
let me know if I have cancer or not.
You to do the blood work to confirm this.
Right.
So, And I was like, should I reschedule since I still had all the stitches and everything? Should I just reschedule? Because I really don't want anyone touching my breast right now with all, the surgery I just had. And he was like, oh, no, you don't need blood work. How old are you? No, you don't need blood work. You got cancer. And I said, well, the other doctor said he scraped it off.
Right. And then the thing is, and this is the game they play. So when they did the breast reduction, when they take that mass out, it automatically goes through a pathologist. Can't no other doctor tell you have cancer but a pathologist, because what they do is they take the cells and they put it under a microscope, and that's the only way you can tell if a cell is mutated, damaged, or is an atypical cell. So he telling them this, but he ain't put this in the paperwork. So she had this whole new other doctor, and you can actually check blood work for the blast account, seeing how high your blood cells is and all that, to tell, okay, this is in fact cancer, this is in fact leukemia, this is ductwork cancer, any type of cancer. It's so many types of cancer, all of them dealing with the lymphatic system. But the dude telling her, look, we don't even need to check your blood, you got it. And then he asked the age. So at this point, when I'm hearing this story, it's like this is a money scheme. What's really going on here? Yeah. Because what they doing is they falsely diagnosing people, thousands of people, especially African Americans, each year with cancer, because they get $17,000 every time they give you chemotherapy or radiation treatment. And if you take their chemo pills, that alone is $15,000. You see what I'm saying? Backed by insurance claims. So they're falsely diagnosing African American women and African American males with cancer, HIV, AIDS, all type of diseases, because that's what keep the pharmaceutical companies making their money.
Right. So, I started back crying with this doctor, and he was like, I said, so you're not going to do any blood work or anything? Because he told me you were going to do blood work to make sure the cancer was all scraped off my breast, off the nipple. And he said, you don't need that. You have it. And right now, what we're going to do is we're going to cut this breast off. And then he lifted my arm up, and we're going to take these lymph nodes out.
You see that? Now, I just want to, now look, this is what they do. I done had so many women down me because they find out that they got breast cancer, and I tell them, whatever you do, don't go through the surgery. And they let them cut their breasts off. Not only do they cut the ductwork out of the breast, but your breast is the biggest lymph nodes on a woman's body. Remember, I always teach the only way you can get rid of any cancer, get rid of any protein, get rid of any atypical cells, any viruses, herpes, whatever it is, it have to be flushed through the lymphatic system. Well, what's a part of the lymphatic system? Lymph nodes. Right. Lymph nodes. Yeah. We just had a woman, E-Baby, on her. E-Baby, what's your friend name that just may the Most High have mercy on her soul, but she just died. And when I came to her, it was too late at the time. I ended up giving her the healing package and everything, but they had took both of her breasts and took all of her lymph nodes from the whole right side of her body. So she couldn't even drain. So my whole thing was trying to figure out, okay, how we gonna get these cancer cells up out of you if you have no sewage system for it to flow through? Because they took her septic tanks, or what we call the lymph nodes, out of her body. So at this point, they trying to kill you. Right. So look, they talking about taking her breast. She ain't seen no paperwork saying she got cancer. She ain't talked to no pathologist yet. And this dude lifting up her arm telling her, hey, we finna take your breast and we finna take out your lymph nodes. Right. We gonna take away everything. How we can heal you, we gonna take that away from you. Right. Go ahead.
Okay, so then he's pointing to where they're going to cut me at, and then he's like, and then we're going to give you an implant, and then we'll tattoo a nipple on that, and then this breast will lift that one up so it'll match this breast. And I was like, wait a minute, wait. This, you're going too fast. I need some time to think. He said, no, you don't have time to think. So he's now making me feel like I'm at stage 4.
Yeah, like you finna die.
And he's like, you don't have time to think. We have to get this ready. He was like, where you work at? And he looked in the system, seeing my insurance. He's like, yeah, we're going to notify your job. You're going to have 8 more weeks off from work, because I was already off 4 weeks.
From the surgery you just previously did.
So you're going to be off work for 8 more weeks. And each week, we're going to put a balloon in you and fill it with water. And I was just like, okay. So I was like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, I got to get out of here, because this is all just new to me, and it's just too much. Right. It's just too much right now. So he was like, I'm going to schedule your appointment. So I was just like, whatever. By this time, I'm tuned out. You know,
Right.
I'm daydreaming, spaced out. So he takes me back to the first doctor who did the surgery.
And this is the doctor. So look, she going back to the first doctor, the one that said that he scraped the cancerous cells out,
we went
right?
back to him.
Mm-hmm.
We went to his office so that he could schedule this appointment. See, everything's happened so fast. You know, we went back to his office, and his nurses are saying, well, he's not in right now. He's off on Thursday, so he's not here. So then he takes me back to his office, but to a different department, and he's scheduling the appointment for me.
Right.
So they have it all scheduled for October 2nd, and that was like 2 weeks away. And I'm just like,
mm-hmm.
I couldn't even open my mouth to say, wait a minute.
Yeah, but what they do is a scare tactic with them. So they like bulldogs. Doctors are like the mob. They like the mob. They like, no, we gonna do it this day. And the whole thing is, because if you get time to actually think about disease, you be like, why in the hell I'm gonna let them cut my breast off and remove? Like, if you do any type of research on your own, you're gonna be like, hold on, this is what's gonna kill me. The cancer ain't gonna kill me. It's them chopping off my breast and taking out my lymph nodes that's gonna kill me. So then you're gonna tell them no. So their whole job is claim and money. Yeah. Let's hurry up and schedule it and get it done.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Right. So he scheduled the appointment.
Hold on real quick. So her name was Rhonda L.D. Hunt, y'all. May the Most High have mercy on her soul. She just recently died of the same situation. They ended up cutting off her breast, cutting out all of her lymph nodes, and it ended up going into her lungs. So may the Most High have mercy on her soul. I tried everything I could, but once they take off the breast and they take off the lymph nodes, it's real hard to cleanse you. So that's why if you are in a situation like this, y'all need to contact me ASAP, because we can at least start draining the other side. Now, if they take off both the breasts, you still have lymph nodes right there in that foreskin that covers up your breastplate, that covers up your chest. But once that get infected, then it seeps into your lungs. Now you got lung cancer. That's why if you look it up, 99% of women who have breast cancer end up dying of lung cancer, because their lungs end up filling up with water, and they literally they drown to death, or they suffocate to death because they can't breathe. You see what I'm saying? But met her with the beautiful sister. E-Baby got me in contact with her, had a long conversation with her. And when she told me that they took her lymph nodes and they took her breast, when she said they took her breast, I was like, okay, cool, dang, that was gonna be the way I heal her, through the ducts. But then I'm like, so how many lymph nodes did they take? And she told me all the lymph nodes, and I'm thinking in my head, I wanted to be as positive as possible to her, but I'm thinking in my head, like, how in the hell is we gonna even cleanse you? I don't have a sewage system to drain, because they took it. So I'm just glad you didn't let them do that. I'm so glad you didn't let them do that.
No. So I went home that day, that particular day. I
hold on, one more. Look, Orlando Thomas. What up, Uncle O? Shalom, brother. I ain't gonna hold you up. They tried to force me to have surgery, and then when I refused, they brought in a what?
Yeah, psychiatrist.
You see that? Look, hey, these doctors in this pharmaceutical company is like the mob, y'all. They the mob. Yeah. Ain't that stuff crazy? So you ain't the only one that even went through that. Look at all these people. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow. So then that's when I called Mally.
Mm-hmm. So now we talking about our big brother, Malachi McAfee. A lot of people on here know who that is. That's my big bro. And so after all of this, I don't know what's going on at this point. I ain't heard about this. None of this. Last time I heard sis, she was out of town, so I ain't know nothing about nothing. All of a sudden, she reached out to Mally. At this point, I still don't know what's going on. So when you reach out to Mally, what was that conversation?
I was telling him exactly what happened. I was telling him how I missed my menstrual, how I saw the leakage, how they told me, oh, it's just an infection because your breasts are big, and to get the breast reduction. And I said, and I did that. And he was like, why did you do that? And I was like, it was the doctor. And matter of fact, it was a doctor that I trusted. I went to this gynecologist for 15 years.
He was mad that you got the breast reduction?
He was like, you should have told me, but it's just at the time I was back and forth between Champaign and St. Louis. I just wanted to get better. And I didn't think about how severe it was. Right. I'm thinking, okay, I don't like this liquid coming out. Cancer was the last thing from my mind. Right. I was never thinking cancer. So I was just like, sorry, but let's move on from here.
Let's get this done.
So he was like, okay, I'm gonna pray for you. He was praying for me. We prayed for a long time. And he was like, I got a brother, got some herbs, you know, get on it, you know. And I was like, okay.
But y'all see the main thing she needed to talk to Mally. Mally gave her that motivation. He prayed for her. So this show you healing, spirituality. You cannot mention healing without spirituality.
Right.
First thing she did is went to Mally. Mally prayed over her in the name of Yahweh, of course. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And put that universal force on her and got her lifted up. And this is the first step to healing. It's healing energy-wise, healing spiritually. So she went and got prayed over. And then when she talked to Mally like, look, I got a bruh that you need to holler at with some herbs. So once that happened, then what?
So that's when I called you the same day.
Oh, you called me that same day? So would you take them through the conversation, everything we had?
So you asked me what was my diet. Mm-hmm. I told you that day I was eating some beans and cornbread. You said, throw it away.
I called her. She called me, right? We talking. And I'm like, so what's your diet? She's like, well, look, I cut out the meat, but I'm eating beans, cornbread. She talking about everything, stuff that's worse than meat. I'm like, look, you got to throw that away. I'm like, you got to throw that away right now.
And I said, I got the beans on the stove. I'm going to throw them away right now. And I threw them away. And we talked, and I was telling you about what they saying the cancer is, and you was telling me that was abnormal cells.
Yeah, all it is and look, quit letting them scare y'all with the word cancer. That's the most BS word I ever heard. Whenever you have a common cold, guess what that is? That is abnormal damaged cells. Mm-hmm. Whenever you have an infection, guess what that is? That is abnormal damaged cells. Whenever you have any type of disease, any type of head trauma, anything that's going on with your body that is not, when it's in its holistic state, that means that the cells inside of your body are atypical, or they becoming disformed or damaged. This is what you clinically label as cancer, y'all. That's what cancer is. So like they be scaring y'all with these big words because y'all see a lot of people die from the treatment of cancer.
Right.
You ain't never seen nobody die of cancer. Can't none of y'all on here tell me one person that died of cancer, but a lot of y'all can tell me of people that died that had cancer that got treated for it. So we see what's killing y'all. It's the treatment of it. The chemotherapy, the radiation, the surgery. That's what's killing y'all.
Yeah.
These are facts, y'all.
Because my mother had cancer,
Mm-hmm.
but on her death certificate,
mm-hmm.
it says she died from a heart
From
attack.
the chemotherapy, and a lot of them die from heart attacks because what happened is that chemotherapy and the radiation dries out the cells, and then when it dries cells out, it leaves something called a glucose ash. It's a burnt ash that stay on the cells. This dry out the rest of the body, which dry out the arteries. Now, when it dry out the arteries, something called edema set in, and that's literally when the water starts to gain into the legs, and then the upper body, the circulation stop, and that's cardiac arrest. Mm-hmm. All this comes from the treatment of cancer.
Right.
This another sister right here that's on here that's been kicking cancer butt. Raina Lewis. That's one of the strongest sisters I know. She brew. Mm-hmm. So I've got to get y'all in contact with each other. I'm talking about she been beating tumors, passing parasites. I mean, all types of stuff. Like that woman strong right there. She done lost a lot of weight. I mean, she been kicking cancer ass too. So shout outs to Rena. Everybody give a shout out to Rena on here. Rena Lewis. She out here whooping cancer ass too. Like we really have some strong black women up in our community, y'all. Mm-hmm. Some bros would have been folded and like, go ahead, give me the treatment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But look, cancer do not kill people. The treatment of cancer kill people. Y'all look me up. If I'm wrong, look it up. Mm-hmm. All right. So you end up talking to me. I made you throw away the beans and stuff. And then what happened after that?
And then we met up the next day. But prior to us meeting up, I called my gynecologist.
Okay.
And I'm telling him everything that these doctors at Mercy Hospital telling me. Because my gynecologist is with St. Mary.
Okay.
So I'm telling him everything that they're saying. He's like, well, where's the paperwork? He's asking me for the
paperwork. What was I asking you for? I'm like, where the paperwork?
I didn't have any paperwork.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't have any paperwork. So my gynecologist had me to come in, sign a authorization or release form.
Mm-hmm.
Give them authorization. So that's what I did. So he didn't get it the day that he asked for. He got it 2 days later.
Right.
So when he got it, he had me come in. He was like, well, you don't have cancer. What you have is DCIS,
right,
which is stage 0.
Mm-hmm.
And he's saying it's just like with a pap smear, how a woman has an abnormal pap smear.
And what they call it is atypical cells. So when say if you go to the gynecologist and they say, well, we seen some atypical cells inside of your vagina wall. Mm-hmm. That's all they saying, which is still cancer because it's an abnormal cell. That's why they playing this mind game with us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I think the word cancer's got such a bad stigma on it that we just automatically think it's like death and stuff like that, and it's not. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And one of the worstest stages of cancer, me personally, coming from a person I know, which would be Raina. I mean, it spread cancer typically don't spread, but it was in her bones. I mean, cancer was everywhere in this woman. It's not in her bones anymore. She had tumors. She don't have the tumors no more. Wow. She got one little spot that we're working on now, which is on her throat. And that's it. So can't nobody tell me that you can't come back from cancer but she didn't get the treatment. She started off on the treatment. We made her stop taking the treatment. She stopped the chemotherapy. She stopped all of that. And then her body literally done regenerated itself. So it's all a lie. And this is living. She's on here right now, living proof. Yeah. So these people be lying to us. Yeah. Just imagine what you'd be going through right now if you would have let them take your breast. Yeah. It'd be a total different conversation. You wouldn't be right here right now.
Yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm. So once the gynecologist got involved, this was I trusted him because he was always, giving me pointers on how to eat right. Mm-hmm. So that's why everything he was saying, I was believing him until he said, yeah, let him go and cut your breast off.
Yeah, money.
And I was just like, are you all friends? Because
they are.
I was like,
they the mob, sister.
You all friends?
They the mob.
Because he went from saying when I didn't have the paperwork, he was like, that's not how you practice medicine. You don't tell a person they have cancer and not give them paperwork. You don't practice medicine like that. He's like, I'm going to go to the board on them. I'm going to report them. And then now you're all of a sudden saying, yeah, let them cut the breast off. If you were my daughter, I'm not forcing you, but if you were my daughter, I would tell you to go ahead and cut the breast off. And I'm like,
I mean, but it's dark forces that controls this industry, the pharmaceutical companies and the hospitals. Rothschild Jr., David Rothschild or Rockefeller, whatever we want to call him, Jr. He's actually he owns all of the hospitals, most definitely the Jewish hospitals. Mm-hmm. He owns Mercy and he owns every pharmaceutical company. Y'all can look this stuff up. So y'all know these go down to these 13 bloodlines, go back to the bloodline of Satan and all this type of stuff. I know it sounds like spookism, but this is real stuff when you look it up. Right. So and that's why they don't heal anything. They kill and they make money off of it.
Right.
That's why they don't, because they promote a death culture. They don't promote living. They will never prescribe you herbs. They will never say just stop eating, go on a fast. The very thing that they do is going to be chemicals. It's going to be very acidic, and they want your body in living hell. Then you die painfully. Then they dope you up. They kill you, and then literally they make a claim on your insurance claim, and they make money that way. So you didn't pay them from all the chemotherapy. You didn't pay them for the surgery, and then when you die, they even back an insurance claim off the insurance to use to kill you in the first place.
Wow,
stuff is dead.
Yeah. It is.
Mm-hmm.
So after all of that, the doctors really started calling me. So I had an oncologist calling me. Mm-hmm. I had all these other doctors calling me. So they were like, I was like, I just need time to think. I haven't had time. All this is all happening within 1 week. I'm like, I just need time to think about it, which I already knew I wasn't going to do it. But I don't know. Something just came over me where I couldn't tell them no. Mm-hmm. And it's like they were just pressuring me.
That's that spirit of anxiety and fear they put on you, and you be so scared and so full of anxiety, you end up letting them take your life. I know so many people like that. For instance, the sister that E-Baby just LaRonda Hunt, and beautiful spirit, beautiful heart, a very good mother to her children, but she let them back her into a corner, and they took it too far. And once they took everything, it's like, sister, I love you. I got faith that we can heal you, but I really don't know what else to do because I don't have no other systems that I can cleanse, because they literally took the systems that cleanse her body. They took them out of her body, and she died like 2 to 3 weeks after she received her herbal package.
Oh man.
Yeah. So you most definitely blessed, sister. For real.
Yes, I am. I'm grateful.
Yes, you are. You really are.
I am.
So go ahead.
Okay, so now it's time to get the second opinion. Mm-hmm. I still hadn't had the second opinion. Right. So I'm at St. Mary's to get the second opinion. So they did the ultrasound, they did an MRI, they did the ultrasound, the mammogram, and the MRI. Mm-hmm. Nothing's coming back on the pictures. Nothing. So then she calls So I'm telling Mally what they're telling me. They don't see nothing. So we praising God.
Right.
Because we don't see nothing. But then she says, but I think you should have a biopsy.
Right.
So I'm like,
now, the biopsy is what the first doctor did in the first place, but he did it because her breast was already open. So a biopsy is when they go through, and if it's a tumor, they poke the tumor and they get a live sample out of it and they test the cells. But they finna go in where they think the cancer is, and they finna take a sample out and they send it to a pathologist, because a pathologist is the only people on earth that can tell you whether or not you have a stage of cancer and which stage is it, because they have to look at the cell under a microscope or through a laser to see the behavior of the cell. So now they're talking about the biopsy. Okay.
So then I had the biopsy. So that comes back, and the doctor called me like 2 days later. She called and she's talking all around everything, and I'm just like, okay, what's going on? Do I have cancer? Well, no, but there is something going on, but we just don't know what it is. And I'm like, all right, is it AIDS? What's going on?
And cancer and AIDS, the same thing. If you have stage 4 cancer and you go get a HIV or AIDS test right now, you would test positive. That's how you know it's the same disease. They just name it different things, y'all, so they can get different residual income. Same exact thing.
Yeah. So I'm just like, okay. I told her about the oncologist. I said, an oncologist called me and told me I need to come in for consultation. I said, then somebody else called me talking about radiation. So I need to know what's going on, because I can't just take off work. Right. I've already been off work long enough, because by this time I'm back at work. What's going on? So she was like, well, I want you to just come in one more time so we could talk. And I was like, okay, this time I'm not going to the doctor by myself. I'm taking a man with me.
Right, exactly.
I'm taking a man with me, because all this time I've been going by myself and y'all been scaring me. So I took a guy with me. And so now they're saying, well, we don't know what's going on. Is the liquid still coming out? I said no. Since I've had my breast reduction, there's no liquid coming out. And the only stiffness, the soreness is from the surgery. I said, but I don't see nothing. And she says, well, you don't have cancer, but. So when she said that, I'm like, she was like, but.
So how long ago was this visit from when?
October.
So from when Mally prayed, and at this point, did you already come to me?
I came to you in the end of September. No, I came to you the beginning of October.
The beginning of October. So you already had the herbs.
Yeah.
Had you started on the herbs?
I started on the herbs and my diet.
And then so when did you get the
after?
So you got the sample and the biopsy after the herbs. Y'all
right.
See, okay. So
they also had me to spit saliva in a thing.
They got to swab you. Yeah. Check your DNA.
This, and that's what they tested me. Not the biopsy. Yeah. The saliva is what they saying. Oh, no, you don't have cancer, but we still think you should just go ahead and cut your breast off, because it could come back. Y'all
see that? So look, she have cancer. She get prayed over. She take the herbs. She keep the diet, because she did keep the diet, y'all.
Yeah.
Then after all of this, they scheduled her for another biopsy. The first biopsy was done when she was getting her breast reduction. That's what came back to be cancerous in the first place. She get prayed over. She take the herbs. What all herbs did you have? Then I'll give you let's talk about the herbs real fast. So y'all know I gave her the 3 bitters, right? How did them 3 bitters taste?
I had to hold my nose and take them, but I took them. It kind of looked like mud a little bit.
Once you really take it.
But I took it. I did.
So how did it make you feel? Was you on the toilet?
Yes.
So how many?
Every day. Sometimes 3 times a day.
Did it have you throwing up or anything?
No.
A lot of people throw up
gagging from the taste, but no.
Did it have you sleepy? Was you energetic off of it?
Because I had changed my diet too. I had cut everything out.
And y'all see that? She kept her diet, y'all. Just like Raina. Raina kept her diet, y'all. You see that? Like, it's a lot of people, when you see these healing testimonies, it's people that's keeping their diet and they stand in a strong mindset and they not letting nobody bring them down. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Look, Raina said it tastes like motor oils.
Or dirt.
Or dirt.
Grass.
That's what it is. It's literally bark.
That's what it tastes like that. ear attack. Because I was telling my girlfriend she needed, because they said she got cancer in the finger.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell her.
Cancer in the finger?
Yeah, it looked like a hangnail.
Yeah, you see, but they call but all it is a abnormal cell. That's what cancer is.
I told her, you need to take this, but she's like, no, you said it tastes like dirt.
Yeah.
It was just different.
What I gave her was my amino acid therapeutic package level 3. It came with all the capsules in it, the 3 bitters, the tinctures. It came with the tonics. It came with all of that stuff. I'll keep telling. I'm finna let Mally in. You can keep telling.
Okay.
So you get the herbs. Let them know what's going on now at this point.
So I take the herb. I started off twice a day, because that's what it say, or sometimes 3 times a day. But what I did was I just took it once a day. I just took everything all together to get it over with, because I just couldn't take it no more. Did you hear me? I just had to take it all at once. And I was like, I can't do this twice a day or 3 times a day, but it all paid off. So then when I got the last...
Here go Mally, y'all. Come say what's up to your family.
Shalom.
So when she first found out that she had the bad news, this who she called, this who prayed and laid hands on her. This the bro I've been talking about. He also on the website too. So if y'all need anybody to pray for y'all, spiritual encouragement.
Facebook.
Yeah, one more Facebook. Y'all need any of that. What y'all do is go to my website, click on company, then click on directory. He right on there, his the number, his extension number, the email, everything. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to have spiritual advice too while you healing. Most definitely. You want to pull up a chair?
I'll praise.
So you got that done, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now after she take the herbs and stuff, after she get hands laid on her, after she get prayed over, that's when they call her and say, look, let's do the biopsy. Let's take some more samples. Mm-hmm. So now she go to the doctor, and then they like, well, we didn't find nothing. This is after the prayer. This is after the spiritual motivation. This is after the herbs. This is after that. Now they can't find anything. So now what they saying now? We still
should cut your breast off just to make sure it doesn't come back.
Do you see how these mobsters roll?
No, not just one breast. They want both breasts.
So after she's cleared of cancer, she don't even have cancer no more. Right. They do the biopsy, it's gone. They saying that they still want to cut her breast off. Both of them. What is that, y'all? What is that? It's a money game with them. It's a money game. So of course you told them no, right?
Yeah, but she wouldn't let me leave out the office. She's like, I just don't think you should leave and not do nothing. You should schedule an appointment to see the oncologist. She just kept saying the oncologist. And I'm like, why do I need to see the oncologist? I don't have cancer. Well, it's just consultation, but you're going to bill my insurance company. Right.
So I got a
copay.
You see that? Copay, building, it's all about money. Well, look, y'all don't understand. Cancer and AIDS have become an industry. It's an industry now. It's called the cancer and AIDS industry, backed by the pharmaceutical companies, y'all. It's about the money. Death is big business, y'all. You don't make money healing people. Y'all thinking I ain't making no money healing people? The money is in death, backed by insurance claims. That's where the money's at. That's where the money's at, y'all.
They also told me I should do radiation.
See that? Which is 17. Remember that. Look this up, y'all. $17,000 every time you go through radiation.
5 days a week.
5 days a week. $17,000 times 5. What is that?
For 6 weeks.
For 6 weeks. They making $100,000. They making a killing, bro.
I said, do I have any tumors? Why do I need radiation? Do I have tumors? No, you don't have tumors.
So look, she don't even got tumors, y'all. And then all a tumor is nothing but undamaged. It's damaged cells that's packed up with fluids, and they don't have nowhere to go. So what happens is called conglomulation. They start sticking together, and then it builds up tissue. So they say tumors, and a lot of people say, well, they tumors, but they ain't cancerous. Every tumor is cancerous because it's undamaged cells that stick themselves together.
Yeah, they doing word sorcery.
And that's why I've been trying to say word sorcery.
I was telling her though when she would call me, and I'm like, look, we ain't accepting none of that. Whatever they saying, we gonna rebuke it, and we gonna believe and focus on the outcome we want. Yeah. We not accepting none of that. Come on down to the headquarters. We gonna lay hands on you, pray over you. We gonna change up your meal plan. I don't even like saying diet. Meal plan. Right. You understand? And by the time she went on back, she already was shooting negative. They kept trying to do word sorcery. Yeah. You feel me? Because they didn't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? So look, it's all praise to the Almighty, man. The Most High is real. You understand?
Yeah.
All glory going to him, and that means he green lighted that from the heavens.
Yeah.
I mean, he okayed it from the heavens for healing to go forth. They were trying to chop this woman's breast off
And take out her lymph nodes.
Yeah. And then all the way down to when who was that? United Healthcare. Who was that? They got in touch with.
Oh yeah, United Healthcare. They call.
And they end up closing the whole case.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, we jumping. Hold on,
My bad, Dad.
we jumping. Hold on. That's the interesting part right there.
Yeah.
And this how you know it's all about money. So they trying to get you to go to the oncologist, right?
Right.
And they say you should schedule another appointment. This is after you free, you cleared of the cancer. You don't have cancer no more. But they still want to cut off your breast, right?
Right.
Okay.
They want me to take these pills for 5 years. This is so it don't come back.
Y'all
So,
take this pill for 5 years, but the cancer don't come back.
Then they say you got to do the radiation, or you could do the chemotherapy.
Right.
But I'm like, well, if I don't have cancer,
What
why do I do chemotherapy for? Why are they even calling me? She told me, I don't know why they're calling you. I'm like, well, oncologists are calling me because I asked her, well, who are you? So many doctors were calling. She said, I'm the oncologist. Well, what is the oncologist?
Right.
Well, we do chemotherapy.
Right. Y'all see that? So they looking for that money. And do y'all know that chemotherapy, it leaves a burnt ash at 3.2 on a potential hydrogen scale. That's enough to burn through concrete, y'all. 3.2 acid. That's acidosis. They're treating acid with acid. They're treating acid with acid, y'all. And the reason you feel good or shrink tumors is because it literally kills trillions of cells at a time. You have 150 trillion cells in your body. Radiation and chemotherapy kill trillions at a time. So of course, if cancer there, it's gonna be gone. But what about all the good cells that was around it?
Yeah.
You're killing those too. So they call it the emission. Basically, when you don't have it no more, they say that the cancer have killed the cancer. Now you're going to remission. Remission is, if y'all look it up, it's not even a state of being cured. It just means that the chemotherapy killed the cells for a while. If you look at the statistics, 2 to 5 years from you being completely free from the cancer killing your cells, and then you using cancer, what they call chemotherapy and radiation to get rid of the so-called cancer, it comes back. And when it comes back 10 times harder.
Wow.
So chemotherapy is what kills you.
That's crazy.
It don't heal cancer at all. Raina, how long was you on chemotherapy before you came to me? She said, oh my God. I was also told radiation 5 days a week for 6 weeks.
Yeah, that's what they told me.
It said that messed my body up. I stopped treatment and then I reached out to Yahki immediately. Now, when Raina came to me, she was mad. I mean, Raina, we're gonna do your own testimony, but Raina she had tumors still, and that's the crazy part. Out of all that chemotherapy they gave her, she still had tumors in her. We was working with her 2 weeks. The tumor that was right here ended up busting in her stomach, coming out. Her stomach ended up becoming hard as like this table, so they had to rush her to the hospital. That drained out. I mean, we was pulling so many tumors and so many worms and parasites and blood clots out of her. It was crazy. And I'm like, what did all that radiation do then? It didn't even take nothing up out of her. Didn't take nothing up out of her. Crazy. Yeah.
Using our people's guinea pigs.
Straight guinea pig.
Yeah, that's what I told the doctor. I said, I feel like y'all got me as a guinea pig because you had me do all these surgeries. Yeah, you're telling me the problem is still there.
It's still there.
All along, the problem that wasn't there.
So what was the point of all of that in the first place? It's a scare tactic to get money. And again, y'all, yes, they did find cancerous cells, but all that mean is your body is sick. When you that's cancerous cells. That's an atypical cell. It's a damaged cell. Your body is trying to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
So they calling this stuff these big old scary words like cancer, which have all type of demonic witchcraft sorcery names to it. So when you hear it, it automatically do something spiritually that just shuts you down. Yeah. Now your adrenals messed up. Your kidneys ain't working because you got fear in you. So it make you give in to the system. So now you're paying them to kill you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's how it go, man. Straight word sorcery, bro.
You start fearing.
Yeah.
False evidence appearing real.
Exactly.
Right, and you accept it. You accept it in your mind. You feel me? If the mind receives it, the body follows.
Yeah.
Right.
So if your mind receives sickness, fear, and everything else, that's how your body gonna react. If your mind receives healing, health, power, the body will follow.
Right.
Exactly.
You feel me? It's the same thing. We do it spiritually and on a physical level. It's the same thing. That's why when you was hollering at me, I'm like, we ain't accepting none of that.
Accepting your curse
We're not accepting none of that. That word sorcery, your diagnosis means nothing.
What you say, big bro? Them are real curse words.
Yeah, those are real curse words.
Cancer is a real curse word, y'all.
We're not accepting none of it, but what I was doing was boosting your
belief.
Your belief.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let you stay down there and accept that you're sick. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I personally believe all sickness should be eradicated.
Yeah, and that's how you got to take it.
Yeah.
And the crazy part is that's how they get you though. Most of the time, look, your body is going to have abnormal cells. That's the whole reason for your lymphatic system. It's constantly cleaning abnormal cells. So at any given time, you can go get tested and they'll tell you that you have cancer. Any given time. You know what I'm saying? And then people taking vaccines. Just imagine most of our black women putting perms and chemicals in their hair. Yeah. That don't leave from your bloodstream. That's been in your body for years. That can cause cancer. Yeah. A lot of people wearing these unhealthy bras that got the stuff inside of them. Get you 100% cotton bras. That causes breast cancer. Yeah. I mean, it's so many things that causes basically atypical, or what you would call a dying cell inside of the breast of a woman. But they gonna tell you cancer and then they gonna treat it and that's what kill you. The breast cancer don't kill you. Change your diet. Make sure you believe in Yahweh. Believe that He your true healer, and get on His herbs. His herbs will cleanse. I'm talking about will cleanse you out real good. Yeah. And now look, it go another person that don't have so-called cancer.
So we talking about belief, right? Right. And what you put in your body.
Yep, exactly.
So we talking about spiritual food and physical
food at the same time.
Look at the results.
She don't have it no more.
Look at the results.
So okay. So after everything done, right? Okay, and she trying to get you to schedule. Let's just get the rest of this story. So they try to schedule again. Did you even go back to them? What happened?
No, I didn't schedule, and I never went back. And that was the end of that.
She did get her paperwork though, and that's the paperwork that I posted on Facebook. Right. Her paperwork, she is in zero range, no cancers, no mutated cells, none of that.
But when she gave me the paperwork that said negative, she didn't give it to me, open and excited. It was in a folder.
She like, you won.
It was in a folder, and she gave me the folder.
That's evil, man.
While she's still trying to tell me and convince me I should get my breast cut off, and I said, like Angelina Jolie.
You're right. So look,
like Angelina Jolie.
And they say cut your breast off because you have the cancer genetic cells or markers. Look, everybody got a cancer gene. The only way a cancer gene could be turned on if you put it in a cancerous environment. That's what turned your genes on, the environment you put it in. We created her an alkaline mindset, which is a mindset of pure spirituality, believing in Yahweh. And we created an alkaline body, which is getting all the acidosis off her body and introducing her to electrical herbs and electrical diets such as fruits and vegetables. Now she don't have it no more. Right. So she can have as many cancerous genes in her body all she wants. If we never put it in the environment that's going to turn these genes on, she would never get it. Right. So Angelina Jolie, they tested her and found out that she had these genes. She went on ahead and cut her breast off. But guess what? Cancer don't be in that part of the lobe. Cancer be on the wall. So she can still get breast cancer. That's why you see men with breast cancer without breasts. Right. And that's why it travels to the lungs.
And this is what the doctor told me as well. She said they misdiagnosed so many people. Mm-hmm. She said they cut women breast off, and then once they look under the microscope, they see that person, that woman, really did not have.
It was
cancer.
Just an atypical cell, which is cancer. Look, that's what I'm saying, y'all. We have to disassociate the word cancer from the body is working to heal itself, because that's all that's going on. Whenever you see a damaged cell and you can test it, that means the lymphatic system is trying to get rid of it. You're supposed to be worried. Echinacea is one of the worstest herbs, she brew. That is most definitely a hybrid. Turmeric, burdock, garlic. The rest of them cool, but echinacea, golden seal, all of them are they're hybrids and they do more damage than good. They kind of remind me of chemotherapy. They come through and they clean some stuff up, but they'll leave an ash on your cell that'll mutate the cell more.
It's all an illusion, man.
All illusion. And that's what, and how many times I tell y'all, this illusion we call disease. It's an illusion, y'all. They call disease, what they call disease is your body healing itself. They say, he got a fever. They try to get you to suppress your fever. What the fever is doing is burning and boiling your blood to isolate the disease. Then what set in is inflammation. They call inflammation an itis. bronchitis, what they call gingivitis, when your gums swell up. Isolation too, when things swell up, that's where the fever can come and the blood can rinse and cleanse it through the lymphatic system. Itching, look, all these different symptoms, or your body literally trying to heal itself. But what they're doing is they're treating your symptoms and they're not healing the disease. If you let the body take its natural course and you stop eating the things that causes inflammation, that causes the fever, then your body can relieve itself of these things. Your kidneys are filtering them out. You don't have them no more. It's just a lot of people need botanicals now because your body is too down now. So you need the herbs to help you get you up, because all the herbs they're stimulants. They're natural stimulants. They get the nervous system up and going, and they bring more electricity to the body. That's all sickness is when you down and hurts. That's all it is, y'all. Like, they're lying to y'all. So look, let's quit calling it cancer. Let's just call it what it is. Let's just call it unnormal cells in the body trying to heal itself. That's all it is. What's killing us is the treatment of unnormal cells in the body trying to heal itself. They're literally killing you trying to treat your symptoms and not healing the actual root cause of the problem. And that's what you're putting in your mouth and your mindset. Period. Soursop is great. Yes, soursop is the stuff. That's some real good herbs right there. So they give you your paperwork negative, and then that was the end of it. Have you heard from them since?
No.
So tell them about the company that Mally was talking about, when the insurance company called and closed the case.
So every week, United Healthcare called me. They had a nurse, and she was calling me. She wanted to know what was going on. Well, she already knows. She the insurance lady.
Right.
So she's calling and she's talking to me. And so this last time she called, she was like, what are you going to do? Are you going to let them take your breast? I said, no, I changed my diet. And she was like, what did you do? I said, I became a vegan. And she was like, well, that's good for you.
That's good for you.
She was like, that's really good. And so she was asking me things that I eat. And I told her about the herbs. And she was like, oh, yeah, herbs are good. And I was telling her that I cut meat out. And she was like, okay. She's like, so in January, are you going to still be with United Healthcare, or are you leaving United too? And I said, no, I'm not leaving. I'm going to still be with United Healthcare. And then she said, well, she asked me about the biopsy, and I told her about that. And she said, well, I guess I can just go ahead and close this case. You're okay. It seems like you're going to be okay. But you already know all of this because I'm sure you're reading everything.
You're reading everything, and you done talk to the doctors. They work with each other.
Right. So she was like, well, I guess I'll go ahead and close this case. And it was nice talking with you, because we've been talking since July, since all of this breast stuff started. We've been talking. So that was the end of that. And
all praise. Yeah. So look, she had some atypical cells. She had some damaged cells that they called cancer from the first biopsy they did from when they did her breast reduction. She got hands laid over her, got prayed over, got some motivational speak, took some real good herbs and constant prayers, and now she don't have it no more. Case moves, the insurance done closed the case. These wicked doctors, look, just watch out for the Jedi mind tricks and quit letting them play word sorcery on y'all.
Yeah.
For real. And then, look, she's not the only one. It's a few of them up in here that had the same thing, including Raina, that don't have it. Raina, we got to get you on here too as well. You know what I'm saying? And Raina is by far one of the, it's a couple more people that was some worst case, but Raina, that strong sister, she went through it, and because she let them do the chemotherapy, and then y'all see it's people that I lost trying to save, but it is a point of no return when you start letting them cut on your breast and take out all your lymph nodes. And that would be Rhonda Hunts. You know what I'm saying? May the Most High have mercy on her soul. That was a good sister right there, but it literally wasn't, when E-Baby brought her to me, it wasn't that much we can do but pray and just hope that these herbs will drain all them cancerous cells through another system, and then they didn't, and she ended up dying. So quit letting them cut on y'all, man. Them are mob bosses. Them are sharks, man. Them are demons, devils, low thought form frequencies. They evil, and all they want is money. That's it. And look, don't get it twisted. Look this stuff up. Who you call David Rockefeller or the Rothschild Jr., he's the one who owned all the hospitals, and he owned all pharmaceutical companies. Look it up. His name is on all of them. Don't nothing move and shake on a check unless he signed it off first. So and y'all know about the Rothschilds. We know how deep this stuff goes and how demonic it is. So just even when you think about the word hospital and pharmacy and you look up these words, it actually means witchcraft and sorcery, y'all. So quit letting them mind for us, and let's pray to Yahweh. Let's have it in our mind that disease is an illusion. Let's quit putting all this dead stuff inside of our bodies. Let's eat healthy. And look, it ain't nothing wrong with these electrical alkaline herbs. They work. It's too many healing cases going forth. We in hundreds and hundreds of healing cases. And look, this is no exaggeration. I mean hundreds and hundreds of healing cases showing people have disease and they don't have them no more. So for you to tell me that a disease like herpes is incurable, and it's people on here right now that had herpes and don't have it no more, it's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You ain't talking about nothing. Straight up. You ain't talking about nothing. So all praises with that. I'm going to answer y'all questions. I know the sister was trying to get back home, so we're going to walk her out and then we're going to wrap with y'all a little bit. So y'all got anything to say to her? Make sure y'all give her some more congrats. Because look, it takes a strong mind to be bullied on by mob demons. That's why by mob bosses and not give in. She didn't give in. How many people have gotten in and let them cut on their breast? How many people have gotten in and letting them took their chemotherapy, took their pharmaceuticals, took their magical potions? How many people have gotten convinced to do that? It takes a real strong-minded individual to stand up and be like, nah, I'm going to take my health myself. I'm going to heal myself. You know what I'm saying? And y'all see the ones that don't, they end up dead. They end up dead. Yeah. So congratulations, sisters. All praises. Hallelujah.
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 Wow.
Do y'all got any questions to ask her before she leave? Just 3 questions, y'all. 3 questions.
Yeah, you be on her all night, baby.
Yeah. You hear that? Name was Dr. Rothschild. I told y'all you have to go play at Mercy. But the Rothschilds own Mercy Hospital and a Jewish hospital. Born Jewish. Just peep the names.
It's the richest family in the earth.
Yeah, richest family in the earth. They own all your central banking and they own all your hospitals and all the pharmaceutical companies and most definitely all your big companies that's bringing in billions a year.
Yeah, net worth 700 trillion.
700 trillion. That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, they ain't really asking nothing. They just thanking you for your testimony and giving congratulations.
Yeah, the scriptures we fearfully and wonderfully made. Mm-hmm. Your body was made to heal itself. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Yeah. And that's just what it is.
We got one question. Tara said, "What did your family say about your healing?"
Because I was.
Yeah. Come on with that.
You gonna give them 2 questions? Just 2 questions. That's enough because she gotta go, y'all. Just answer that one and then the other one, or you still maintaining your diet he recommended. So let's start with the first one. What did your family say about your healing?
Come on with it.
My dad was telling me to fight. He was like, basically, gonna let them, But my dad was like, whatever you want to do. But
his main thing was like, go ahead and let them do it.
Yeah, if they saying that, then go ahead and do it.
What about your cousins? Your cousins.
They always saying, because they were scared too.
Of course.
My cousin told me, she said, well, Tay, because they call me Tay, I think you should just go ahead and let them cut your breast. And I was like, no. I
ain't letting them take them out, right?
No, they don't cut enough. And 85% of my breast, I don't got nothing else. I want to enjoy what I got.
So your family was most definitely on their side, but out of fear because they don't know either.
But I got a cousin that was like, I'm with you. Whatever you say no, she was like, if you say no, then it's no. Right. She was like, if she started recommending, because she worked at the Whole Food store, she started recommending little stuff, and I started reading. I was like, this got soy in it. I'm not messing with this. It causes cancer. I ain't messing with this. So she was like, okay, whatever you say, I'm with you, But I just had to follow my own mind.
Man, look, you did, and look, you're well off, sister. So another question, and we'll let you leave. Or are you still maintaining the diet he recommended?
When they say
I guess they talking about me, the diet that I put you on. Matter of fact, check her Facebook, y'all. She just said, I'm vegan. I'm never eating meat again. She just said
I'm not eating none of that. No dairy, none of that.
Yeah.
Because now that I'm like conscious, I see so many stories. These black doctors are saying we don't need dairy,
and that's
killing.
And
black
dairy,
people.
lactose, sugar is one of the ashburn for that is the main cause of cancer and the main cause of asthma. Dairy products. Dairy products. You want to heal cancer real quick, and you want to asthma, get them off all dairy, no milks. If it comes from an animal, if it comes from a mammal, I'm gonna say, if it comes from a mammal, get them up off of it. And we're not talking about galactose that come from your mother's breast. But notice, even you have to wean your baby from that at 3 years old, because that lactose can become starchy too. So
and
remember
sugar
that.
too.
And sugar, but not the sugar, glucose and fructose that come from fruit and vegetables, but refined sugar that comes from what they call polysaccharides.
Oh, that Kool-Aid sugar.
Yeah, that Kool-Aid sugar.
Charred. I seen it said charred.
It's called,
it has cow bones.
Yeah, cow
bones.
bones.
Why would they put that in sugar?
Yeah, because it's a wicked world.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's it, sister. You want to walk out?
Yeah,
sure. All right.
All right, sister. Thank you for doing this.
Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Good. Hallelujah.
Y'all got any questions for me? I got you, sister.
All right.
You got it.
Oh, good. Don't forget your phone. You know.
Oh, yeah. I can't go nowhere without my phone.
Y'all got any questions for me? What about almond milk? Almond milk. Wow, it's all good. You always welcome here, sister. Always welcome. Almond milk. Nah. The only milk I do recommend would be hemp milk or walnut milk. Hemp milk or walnut milk. Cashew? No cashew, because that's not even a real nut. That's a genetically made nut. That was made in Holland in like 1890 or something.
These people are evil.
Yeah, these people are evil.
You know what's the way around.
I love almond milk and cashew milk. Good. No, almond milk and cashew milk is not good. It actually leaves a acidic ash on you, and it causes starch, and starch causes acid and mucus. So no, if it's mucus forming, don't do it. Almond milk is mucus forming. Cashew milk is mucus forming. Beans, your kidneys cannot break them down, and there's too many proteins in them. If you want to eat beans, put it in water for 24 hours and let it sprout out. We can eat bean sprout shoots, but no beans. It's too complex. It's a complex, and your kidneys cannot break it down. And the only way I can heal you of anything is if I get your kidneys open and I get that lymphatic system moving. So no beans. Beans are very bad. Rice milk is very bad for you because rice is bad for you. Rice is mucus forming, and rice is, that's the reason why you see Chinese people walking with them hunches in their back. The rice then basically deteriorated their spinal columns. Rice is very acidic and it eat through your bone. No rice milk. The only real rice out there is called wild rice, and it's black as my shirt. And you wouldn't like the way that milk tastes. It tastes super nasty. Yes, walnut milk. Walnut milk is the best milk. Walnut milk and hemp milk. Yeah, we gotta get rid of the cashews. What about super green foods? I love super green foods. We had our own super green foods. Super green foods are very good for you. Dark leafy vegetables. Alpha sprouts is very good. Baby spinach, not the big spinach. You know, if it's big, it's genetically modified. Baby spinach. Kale that you can find organic that don't have any pesticides on it. Kale, chard, bok choy. I mean, any of them dark leafy greens, get them in. Romaine. I wouldn't eat no romaine right now because it's all messed up in the market and they got a lot of pesticides on it and E. coli, so that's a good one. What about Brazilian nut milk? Yes, Brazilian nut milk is very good for you. That's where you get a lot of your selenium from. But Brazilian nut milk have so many minerals and it has so many minerals in them that sometimes it'll slow down your healing. So I wouldn't get on that until you're done with your detox. I wouldn't do the Brazilian nut milk, but I love Brazilian nut milk. I love it. Full of zinc, full of copper, full of iron. I mean, it's full of selenium, full of all that. Ganglion cysts on wrists. You need to cleanse your lymphatic system. That's a pocket buildup with lymphatic fluid. That's all that is. So you need to cleanse your lymphatic system. Do you sell CMOS capsules? Yes, I do, Jalen. It's on my website under Superfood Plus powder capsules. And if y'all look on my site, y'all see a lot of things. You notice all my price been cut in half, y'all. I done dropped my prices all in half for y'all. So I've been working on this for years now, and it's finally done. So go on there and buy the stuff. We found a new supplier from Africa that's giving me the herbs at a good rate, so I'm able to give y'all good prices. The prices are not set in stone, but I did wanted to welcome y'all to the new website. So all of my prices, if you go look, have been cut in half, and now we have weekly protocols because the amino acid therapeutic package was kind of steep and it didn't last long enough. So now we introducing amino acid therapeutic package protocols. So most definitely look that up too. It's a lot of different pages on there that's clear now because the website is being updated. So if y'all want to go to the store, actually hit the store button. That'll take you to the store. But if you hit the store button, it's tablets that go down. It's going to say capsules. That show you all the capsules I got. It say protocols. That show you all the weekly protocols. It says tinctures. That show you all the tinctures. Any page that you see blank should be filled up by next week. We're working hard to get everything up. Working super hard trying to get everything up for y'all. So yeah, a lot of people was talking about the price was too steep. So we done helped y'all out a lot. I need to talk to you about going off a plant-based diet. Okay, all praises. What does fluoride do to your body? Fluoride calcify your body. Fluoride strip calcium from your body and from your parathyroid and from your pineal gland, and it hardens it up. It literally strips your body and it calcifies your body. Fluoride is most definitely a poison. If you go to certain hospitals, you can't even use that stuff. So you most definitely ain't supposed to be using fluoride. That be in most of your toothpaste, most of your deodorant, most of your lotions, most of your hair stuff. Man, look, they putting poison in everything. So stay away from fluoride. And once you messed up the pineal gland problem, you be having sleep insomnia problems. You can't sleep. And that's also got something to do with your reservoir colon too. So make sure you stay away from fluoride. It's a very, very deadly toxic chemical. What can I do to start helping my father beat MS? Multiple sclerosis is, again, that's basically your nervous system deteriorating due to sugars. Get him off all sugars. Most definitely hydrate his body with H3O and not H2O. Keep him off of water and put him on a lot of fruits and let him get his oxygen, his carbon and hydrogen from the actual fruits. And most definitely get him on an amino acid protocol. Start him off on my protocol week 1 and 2. Week 1 and 2 protocol and go from there. Yes, I always let my beautiful sprouts for a day. Yeah. It ain't your beans. Yeah, let the beans sprout, y'all. When you let them sprout, you can eat them like that. You can't eat beans while they in solitude. It's too much protein and it's impossible for the kidneys to break them down. Impossible, y'all. Impossible. What you suggest? MS. Okay, I already talked about that. I have high blood pressure and high cholesterol. That's your kidneys and your adrenals, systolic and diastolic. Remember, your adrenals sit on top of your kidneys. Your kidneys at the bottom. The adrenals look like pyramids that sit on top of the kidneys. The top part is your adrenals. That's the top part of your blood pressure. The bottom part is your kidneys. So check your blood pressure. If it's hypo, that means it's under. If it's hyper, that means it's hypertension is up. So you need to literally get your kidneys filtering and you need to turn your autonomic nervous system on. What I suggest for you to go on my website and get you the brain, nerve, and adrenals and get you the intercellular cleanse. That's what I suggest for that. And download my chart for free. It's a new chart on my site that's called the Amino Acid Therapeutic Diet Program. And start off on level 1 on the diet program. And that'll take care of that problem. I love wild rice. I don't like wild rice. I ain't gonna lie. I heard blackberries have been. Yep, it's the frozen blackberries at Aldi's and at Snooks and at Walmart. They got hepatitis A in them, so stay away from that. Elder Rufus, shalom, shalom, my brother. What about black seed oil? Does it need a carrier like honey, or should I take it straight? You take that black seed oil straight up. Take it straight up. Take it straight up. You don't got to mix it with nothing. My doc said my kidneys were filtering a lot. Good. The blood work said my numbers were a little low. But she said that's good. Yes, keep them kidneys filtering. Filtrate them kidneys. Make sure y'all looking at the neurolymphatic points that's on the body. Massage them clockwise. Make sure y'all go up and down. Get the kidneys and massage them clockwise. Don't go left. Whenever you massage them left, you're going away from the Fibonacci sequence. That's what weakens your organs. When you go right toward the Fibonacci sequence, that's what brings life and vitality to your organs. Most definitely. What about Brazilian nuts? Warren, shalom, shalom, brother. Brazilian nuts cool for you, but if you cleansing, I don't recommend them. It's because it's a lot of complex amino acid structures in there too, of what we typically call proteins. The green food powder type, that's non-GMO. I don't know nothing about that green food. I make all of my stuff on my own. What's good for energy instead of coffee? When you wake up, eat 10 bananas. Stay off that coffee. That coffee stimulates your system real bad, and it most definitely causes damage to your colon. It causes colon cancer, and it shuts down your adrenal glands. That's why you get that hard crash, and that's gonna take down your autonomic nervous system. Now your nervous system weak, and you ain't got electricity in your body. Now you got MS and all types of degenerate diseases going on. So stay away from coffee. If you want some real energy, get my brain, nerve, and adrenals. off my site. It's $60 right now. Get that. And look, wake up, eat you a whole lot of bananas. That'll give you all the sugars you need. Yahki, from my studies, I found garlic is not good. I teach that garlic is not good. I did a whole article on my page about it. It's at 3.5 on the hydrogen scale. It's very, very good if you need to get rid of disease real fast, but long-term use, it causes leaky gut. It causes ulcer. It burns through your gut wall. It burns your intestinal wall. It poisons your blood and everything. So black garlic is good. What Yahushua ate in Israel, that's cool. But you even got to eat that in its limits. But this new white garlic that don't have no carbon in it, very bad for you. It will kill you. But it will get in there and clean out some stuff, just like chemotherapy do. But what chemotherapy do in the long run, it kills you. Same thing as garlic. Same thing. How do you clean the lymphatic system? The best way to clean the lymphatic system is changing your diet, getting your kidneys to filter, getting your adrenal back on, and basically getting your pineal gland stimulated, pumping more melatonin in your brain, pumping more serotonin in your stomach. All this by the way of herbs, y'all. So herbs and prayer. So if you need a lymphatic cleanse, order my lymphatic stem capsules, my lymphatic tonic, my lymphatic tincture, and start off that way. But most definitely buy with the intercellular cleanse, because I got to get your kidneys open. Because it ain't no point in your lymphatic system being clean if it can't be filtered out of your body. That'll shut your kidneys down real quick. I had that happen to a lady before. I didn't have her kidneys filtering yet, and her lymphatic system started pulling so fast, she ended up going into kidney failure. We saved her though, but you know what I'm saying? That was a close call there. So you got to be filtering before you start tugging on that lymphatic system. Because that's where all your sins is lodged at, all of your illnesses, everything that happened to you mentally, all of that is got to come through the kidneys. That's why the kidneys is the way to the ancestors, the way to the gods. The kidneys is the first thing other than your nervous system and your brain and heart that's formed on your body when you look at an embryo. Them kidneys is the gateway to a lot of things, y'all. So you got to make it. Weak kidneys, man, will mess up your entire life. Peace, King. Have a great rest of the night. You too, Queen. I love you too. Will the bitters alone cure lung cancer? No, they won't. I don't believe so. I done seen the bitters cure a lot of things by themselves, though. Well, let me say heal. You know they watching us. Can't be saying cure. But I done seen it heal a lot of things. But lung cancer, with that, you need to most definitely be on a protocol, amino acid protocol. I think you should start off with protocol 1 and take it from there. Take it from there. What type of food should you eat as a diabetic while cleansing the lungs? Go on my site and look up my amino acid therapeutic diet program. Start off at level 1, and if you can make it up to level 3, it takes a G to make it a level 3 because it's nothing but fruits and juices, and you're only eating like 4 times a day. So, but level 1 and 2 is real good too. It start off as a moderate, that goes into advanced, and then after that, you at the maximum. So, yeah, for real. So download that chart. It's for free, y'all. It's for free. Is that what my brother was that? Yeah, that's Maccabee. Warren on her.
Shalom, Hebrew. My brother was the word. All praises to the Most High.
Hallelujah.
Blessings to you and the fam, all right?
What's good for dark circles under the eyes? Dark circles under the eyes represents you have weak kidneys. Weak kidneys and weak parathyroids and weak thyroid glands and a weak thymus gland. That's where you get them black rings around your eyes. So that means your kidneys are not filtering. You need to get them kidneys going, and you need to get your connective tissue back strong. So you need to go out there, the thyroid, the parathyroid, and the kidneys. That's where you get black circles around your eyes. Anytime you see them black spots under the eyes or black spots on the skin, period, that's kidneys. Some show the chemical factory, meaning that you have a lot of things going on with the liver, but most of the time, 99% of the time, it's the kidneys. I hit your email, bro. Hit me back when you get a chance. Call the number on my website, y'all. We open at 9. We shut down at 4. I've been answering all the phone calls, and the staff have been answering them too, so we have been answering the phone. We close on all holy days, and we close on the Shabbat, y'all. So it ain't even no, unless it's a straight emergency, don't even try to call.
Tell them the prayer line. I'll be on there soon as my voice all the way back.
And the prayer line for Maccabee, soon as his voice all the way back, he'll be answering that line too. Most definitely. So y'all most definitely can leave him messages. That way he can hit y'all back. Do you have a book regarding eating healthy and herbs? I'm working on my book right now, and it should be done in like 4 more months. But look, I have so much information on my website. My website is in my description box, y'all. And it's a lot of free things y'all can go in there and download. So make sure y'all download them and read through the information. What's good for overactive immune system? Only way that's going to overactive immune system that can turn into multiple sclerosis or to psoriasis, where it start eating your good cells. You have to slow it down. You need something like blue vervain, valerian root. You need stuff like that. Holler at me, and I can create a compound for you that can slow it down a little bit. Weight loss meal plans. The best weight loss meal plans is stop eating all the proteins, stop eating all them fatty acids and sugars that your body ain't supposed to have. I mean, again, you need my food combination chart, not the dietary program chart, but my food combination chart. It's free. It's on my website. Download that, stick with that for a month. You will drop so many pounds. They saying I have a tumor above my left ankle. They want to do surgery, but after watching you, I don't want them cutting on my body. So what do you recommend? I recommend you book a consultation, Brianna McQueen, and get at me ASAP. And we can shrink that tumor. Just like we did for Rena, just like we did for a whole lot of other people. We shrink tumors. You don't look, if the body was created for surgery, Yahweh would have gave it a zipper. Do your body got a zipper on? Can I just open your body up and close it back up when I want to? No, I can't. No. Meaning your body is not made to be cut on. Now, for extreme measures, say if I get shot or something, open me up, pour this metal up out of me. You know what I'm saying? Because it'll poison my blood. But I'm not finna, if they ever tell me I got cancer or tumors, I will never, ever subscribe to none of their techniques. I'm going to heal myself naturally and holistically. I need help filtering my kidneys. Ebony McCarthy. Call that number on my website. I'll give you 5 minutes of my time and I'll show you how to do that. We can do it through certain foods. Most definitely, if you got your man or a sister or something around, I can show you how to do the massages, to massage them lymphatic neural points that'll cut them kidneys on and get them filtering real good. Dry fasting is very good too. Go on a 24-hour dry fast with no food, no water, no nothing. Is potatoes okay? No, potatoes are very bad for you. They very starch and mucus forming. Sweet potatoes and wild yam is good though. Sweet potatoes and wild yam is not mucus forming or acid producing at all. What was you saying about eating beans? Eating beans is very bad because your kidneys cannot break them down. If the kidneys can't break them down, it back up into the lymphatic system. Then when your cells start to poop, it don't have nowhere to go. So what the protein does is sit on top of the cell, then it putrefy. Once it putrefy, it becomes a fungus and a mold. Once that come in, mold means death. Now your cells dying. Now you got cancer. You know, that scary word that they give us. My gums itch hours after eating fruit. That means you got antigens in your blood and you're allergic to them. You have to cleanse them antigens out of your blood counts. Clean your blood pallets up. Get your thyroid gland up. Cleanse your spleen for your blood is filtering properly and you wouldn't have that problem no more. You shouldn't be allergic to anything that Yahweh put on this earth naturally. That means that you have become unnatural. So you got to cleanse yourself and get all these unnatural things up out of your blood system. An excellent alkaline coffee is roasted dandelion root. I agree with that. But I mean, roasted, you taking a lot of stuff out of that and you changing the chemical compound of the dandelion root. So like I said, I do bananas in the morning, doing me a couple superfood smoothies and add me some sea moss. Once you start putting heat to things, it becomes a chemical. How to keep away from too much thinking. You have to you got to become aware. You got to get out of your mind, man. You got to become aware, become the observer. You need to learn meditate. This would be a good time to call Mally line. Leave him a message. He'll get back to you. You got to learn how to meditate. You know what I'm saying? Meditate, be still. It took me years to learn that. Is green tea good for you? No, it's not. It actually causes bladder cancer. Look it up. Green tea is very bad for you. And black tea too. Only teas you need is real herbal teas where you know where they come from. What is the best spring water to drink? The best spring water to drink is this right here. It's called Starkly, 2 miles deep. Geothermal, single source, best water ever. Got all the minerals you need. But if you healing, don't drink spring water at all. Information changes. You learn more. Now I'm recommending nothing but distilled water if you healing. But if you're just trying to rebuild, that's the spring water, best spring water. How do you know when you're fully healed? I recommend everybody that I heal to go to the doctor and get sheets proving that you heal. So people have diagnostic sheets saying that they got this and that. Everybody I have healing, I make sure that they get the diagnostic sheet saying that they don't got it no more. So that's how you know. And you will feel it though. You will feel it. Shalom, Yahki. I was wondering if you sent that off yet. No, Jose, I'm sending that off tomorrow. I actually got it made. It's sitting up on my thing, brother. I had to schedule a consultation with you. I had a scheduled Yeah, hey, look, I've been going over time, bro. You see what I'm doing right now, Brandon Thompson. So I'll call you when I'm done with this. Should I eat more than once a day, or is one a day okay? That's cool. That's cool. I mean, a lot of people, you know, want to do intermittent fasting. I mean, that's cool. All depends on you. All right, look, I'm finna get up out of here, y'all. Y'all got millions of questions. I can't get to all of them, but I love y'all indeed and in truth. I most definitely will be back on here another time before Friday because I want to show y'all something. I'm starting to do the presentations. Forgive me that the website is incomplete right now. You can still go on there and order and everything. Just go through every tablet on there. Every tab now has a drop-down tab, but that tab still works. Click on it and it'll pop up. But if you hover over it, a drop-down tab will come on. Look at all the stuff that's going to be coming up there. We should have everything done and up in a couple of weeks, y'all. With that being said, shalom alaikum. You got anything to say to them, big bro?
Hey, you're fearfully and wonderfully made. You understand? Feel me? Starts in the mind and the body will follow. Don't accept any diagnosis that frightens you. Anything say, oh, you got this, you got that. You feel me? Instantly reject it and go on the attack.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All right, shalom, family. Holla at me. Get at me.